Hello everyone. So I'm back with another video. I haven't made a video in a few days, but it's because I've just been waiting to get into the order, because my favorite videos to film are auto packing videos. So yeah, we did get into the order on my Etsy. My Etsy is Plant Vengeance LLC. That's what it's called. It'll be in the comments in the description. But yeah, we sold jade plants. So if you don't know, I sell plants. Right now I sell succulents, but I do want to venture into selling other types of plants. And when it gets colder, I'm going to start selling some other cooler things. Well, not cooler things, but some more cool things like, I've been working on some paper mache plant pots. Bring them into the light. Which they look like they're ready to go, but the only thing about them is I've been struggling with making them waterproof. So I was going to try to use Flex Seal to do that. So I might make a video on that, but these are some plant pots that I made. These would be good succulent pots. Maybe a bit bigger, but that's a project I want to work on. And I'm also working on, doing stuff like upcycled clothing, and I also have some paintings that I've made. I saw them down here. I have a whole bunch of paintings listed on my Etsy as well. All of these are original paintings. Most of them have something to do with plants, but they don't all have something to do with plants. So yeah, these were all originals that I painted, and I just decided I'd list them. Because why not? And I have them, and, might as well just put them on there. Because, Etsy is a place to sell, handmade stuff. And handcrafted stuff. I also have, this one, which is probably like my highest quality one due to the fact that it's on a canvas. So yeah, if anyone's interested in paintings, I have quite a few of them that I've made. But yeah, so I did sell some plants on my Etsy. I'm not really sure how many more plant sales we're going to see due to the fact that it is starting to get colder. Oh, and by the way, I ship anywhere in the U.S. Only the U.S. because shipping plants to other countries is too confusing. Shipping anything to other countries is confusing, but especially plants, because you have to get certificates and stuff. And then over here, I was working on putting together packs of plants, so it kind of goes this way. And I wanted to, be able to list more inventory because I'm using Etsy ads. So I want to have a bit of a higher order volume. So instead of just selling, one pot, I want to be able to sell like kind of packs of a bunch of different types to get my order value up a bit higher to make ads more worth it for me. So yeah, I'm going to be posting some more plants. But yeah, stay tuned for, videos of making plant pots and stuff, because I do really enjoy making these, but it's been quite difficult to be able to. But I really like how they turn out, so I will be trying to make more of those. So now we can go ahead and package this. So if you haven't seen my last video, I think this Small Business Diaries episode 7, I did a packing order video. It's actually one of my small jades. These are actually the rest of my jades. I've sold almost all of them. The only jades I have left are these little mini jades. So if anyone wants some tiny mini jade plants, I have these listed. I have 2 of those, but that's it. I have some donkey tail succulents. Then I have some sedum ones. They're downstairs, so I can't show you, but if you want to see those are on my Etsy. And I also have some leaves, some leaves that are propagating, which I might just go ahead and list as a bundle or like a pack, because they're kind of just sitting here, so I might as well. But the babies are doing pretty well. Once they get big enough, I'll just put them into a pot and I'll plant them like this, like that. I was thinking of selling these for like, I don't know, a few bucks. Okay. But now we're going to get to the part that everyone's here for, the actual order packing. So, I have the plants there. That's the first part. Okay, so second part is tissue paper. And then I have one of these sheets, which I'll get now just to make sure I have it. This is just a light to be able to see because it's kind of dark. But what this is it's a care guide. I actually designed this on Canva. It has the Plant Vengeance logo and a bunch of stuff. It's supposed to be green, not blue, but my printer is acting weird, and I figured, even if it's blue, it still works. So might as well still use it. I don't want to waste these. So yeah, these are just something I included on my orders. Okay, so this part's kind of loud, but the first part I gotta do is whip up some tissue paper. I keep knocking this over. Oh, and by the way, I don't water my succulents before I ship them. It's mainly due to the fact that I don't water them that much anyway. Like, at all. I pretty much just water them whenever I remember to. Because generally, it's better to underwater them than overwater them. So you can see they're incredibly dry right now. So, the buyer can water them once I get them, if they want to. But I'm not going to water them when I'm shipping them because I don't want them to be sitting in moist soil, especially because I'm going to be taping over here. So the moisture wouldn't be able to escape, which can lead to a rotted plant. And I'm pretty sure no one wants to order a plant or receive a plant that's rotted. So I just do this. I just put it around the plant to make sure that it's nice and snug, that the soil is compact. I would like to sell plants during winter, but the main thing about it isn't shipping them that's the problem. It's the fact that I don't know if anyone will be buying plants during the winter. Because the only thing I can really think of that people might be looking for is like Christmas cactus or something. But I don't know if those actually do well in the cold. Because if you look at, local nurseries and places like that, during the winter time, most of them just sell Christmas trees. And obviously, I'm not going to be selling Christmas trees on my Etsy page. At least not real Christmas trees. Unless they're like Christmas tree pillows or something. That's the thing of doing that. Like, I wanted to get a knitting machine. Because if you don't know, which you probably don't, now that I think about it, I like crafting a lot. And, when it gets colder and I can't really sell too many plants, I'm going to start selling my craft projects. It's like everything on my store is going to be plant themed for the most part. Like you can see, most of my paintings were somewhat plant themed, but I also didn't make those paintings to sell, so a lot of them aren't. But, it's my store, so I can list what I want. But I do want to keep a plant theme to it. So in the future, when I create stuff for it, I'll create plant themed things. Like I wanted to create upcycled clothing. So, take thrifted clothes and make them into new things. I actually have an example of that. I'll show you guys that real quick. This is obviously isn't clothes, but these were what pieces I was working on. I'm not really sure what I want to put them on though. But you can see they're just patchwork little patches that I can incorporate into a piece. But I just like doing stuff like this. And then I want to get one of those things for my sewing machine where you can do free motion embroidery. I feel like that would be a cool thing to do. To adhere my stuff. Because what I'd like to do is most of the time I wouldn't really want to be sewing new things from existing fabrics, just from fabric, unless it's patchwork. I really like the patchwork style for stuff, basically taking a bunch of scraps, quilting them together, or doing that kind of quilt pattern, and then sewing them into clothes. I'd do that probably, but most of the time what I do is I call it decorating clothes. I don't know what it's actually called, but it's you buy an existing garment from the thrift store or something, and then you do something like free motion embroidery, or I forgot the word, but basically you add stuff onto a pre-existing garment. Like add designs and stuff. So you don't actually sew a whole new piece, but you take a piece that already exists and kind of make it your own. Because that's what I've already done. And if you haven't seen my videos before, this is kind of just what I do. I just have a topic of the video, which is packaging plants, and then the whole time that I'm making the video, I just talk about my future plans for the business as a way, for other people to see what I'm doing. Oh, this is a shake test. It's pretty secure. It's a way for other people to see what I'm doing, but it's also a way for me to look back at my channel in the future and see what I said I was going to do versus what I'm actually doing. Like, one of the things I recently said is I want to start shipping my plants in terracotta pots, which I still do because they're a better option. But the only thing about that is I would, but terracotta pots are so fragile. I don't really know how to ship them in a way to where I can ensure they won't break. You ought to have to worry about plants arriving alive. You don't want to have to worry about the pot arriving secure or, not broken, too. That's kind of a lot to worry about. But, yeah, ideally, I'd want to do that. Because, one, that'll bring my average order value up because the price per plant would be higher, which would make ads more worth it. And 2, it would just be better. Oh, but I actually have some stuff I made over here. I just realized that. I made this whole pillow. I made this a while ago. I hand-sewed it, actually. And down here, you can't really see it, but there's this hope planter, this paper mache planter. I made this too. So I'd want to make stuff like that and, use them as actual plant pots. Because for a really long time, I wanted to sell succulent arrangements, which I still do because it's hard to see, but I have a whole bunch of succulents, literally everywhere, because I have a plant store, and plant stores have a lot of plants. But something I want to do is, take big hosts of plants and plant them into arrangements, and I want to do that with my own custom pots. The only thing about that is, for me to do that, my pots have to actually work as pots. So I think I've already said this, but if I haven't, I think I said something about Flex Seal, but what I want to do is I want to get that, clear version of it. The as seen on TV thing. I want to get the clear version, because I have, a spray kind, but I want it to be, the dipping kind. Kind of how it's, a paint container. I want to get the kind where you can just take, I can just take my whole pot and dip the whole thing in. And kind of use that as a protective layer after I do all the painting and stuff. And I can dip it, 2 or 3 times. And then I'll make it waterproof, and then I can actually use them for plants. Because that's something I've been working on for a really long time, and something that I would appreciate doing. Because what I like doing is, obviously, I like plants, which makes sense because that's why I started a plant business. But I have, a lot of different ideas, and I want to do all of them. But I just don't want to do all of them all the time, I wouldn't be able to do upcycling and making my own plant pots and stuff. But it's not like I'm going to be doing all of that every single day. I want to kind of make it to where I get to do, different projects every day. Okay, so this is what the plants look like when they're all potted up. And you can see the masking tape is on there, so that when it's shifting around in the box, I'm shaking it upside down. There's a few things coming out, but barely anything. It's pretty secure in there. Okay, and since these are small enough, we're going to put some more cups on the top. Oh, wait, I almost forgot. We have to put the labels on. So these are pretty easy to identify because they are jade plants, but we're still going to put the label. So here it is. I have a pen, and we are going to get an index card as well as some scissors. So yeah, let me know if you guys are enjoying the video. Put a lot of work into these videos. Pretty much every single time I'm doing something for my plant business, I make a YouTube video about it. Which is pretty interesting because, as you can tell, my last video was 4 or 5 days ago. So I'm actually not doing stuff for this business every day. Like, I am, but not really. The only thing I do every day is check my analytics on Etsy. So we're just gonna write the name on the index card. I'm gonna do it twice because there's 2 of them. Because I'm pretty sure the buyer knows what they ordered. Well, actually, I'm not really sure. I don't know. But I'd assume they know what they bought. But just in case they don't, or just in case they forgot, I want them to be able to read it. Just feel like it's a good idea to include names, especially for people that order like a lot of stuff. Okay, so that they don't have to keep, asking you. I also made this. I made this with paper mache too. It's a mushroom. By the way, all my paper mache is with recycled paper and flour. That's what that blender over there is for, if you've seen it. So it's crazy. It's pretty crazy. Made this with recycled paper and flour. It's a whole pot. It's actually they're really hard. Like, I've made these quite a while ago, and they're really sturdy and they hold up really well until they get wet. So they're pretty much good for anything. I just use them for display right now, but they're good for literally anything except for holding plants. They can withstand getting wet. They just can't withstand being wet for an extended period of time, Like, if a little bit of water touches it, they'll be fine. But if it's wet for, a while, then they will, in fact, not be fine. So, just gonna put this label on. And then, oh, by the way, for my containers, containers that I keep my plants in, I just use condiment cups. Got them on Amazon. They're the exact same ones that the dollar store has. It took me forever to find them, but I knew Amazon would have them. I pretty much just, because I originally got these from the dollar store, and I pretty much just measured them, and I looked on Amazon for like an hour until I found some with the exact dimensions. And then I drilled drainage holes on the bottom with that drill that you see right there. This one, just a drill, just a regular old drill. And I use that to put the holes in the bottom, because even though they're succulents and you don't water them that often, when you do water them, I pretty much just... Oh, I just turned the light off. This light is very annoying. I might not be able to turn that back on. Troubleshooting real quick. There it is. Okay, there we go. Okay. But yeah, if you enjoy this style of very raw video, kind of just me doing my thing, then I'd appreciate it if you, subscribe to the channel and, leave comments and stuff. I do enjoy being able to read people's comments. That one is coming off a little bit, so we're going to cut some more tape. Oh, and also, if you are curious about how I'm recording this video, I actually have a phone mount. I'm not sponsored or anything, which is a weird thing to say, considering it would be very weird if I was sponsored, because I only have, I think I had 137 subscribers last time I checked, which I'm obviously very grateful for, and, I'm not saying that's not enough. I'm just saying, definitely not enough to get sponsored. My videos have been doing a lot better, though, recently. Like, my video that I posted, my last video, Small Business Diaries Episode 7. If you haven't seen it, I think you should check it out. But that video got, I think, 56 views, which is a lot more than my videos have gotten in the past. So, yeah. Okay, so they got the labels on them. And what I want to do next is put some cups on them. So this is where I keep all my cups. So I want to get 2. And for the plants that have foliage small enough, I just get some cups without holes. And I just take the cups and I put them over the foliage just as an extra precaution. You know, if I can, might as well. And it looks like that. So yeah, it is a little bit of extra protection that isn't necessary. But if I can do it, might as well. As you can see, this is quite a long video. I have been rambling quite a bit. But my plant orders take quite a while to pack. But it's mainly due to the fact that I put so much care in packaging them. Because I've seen a lot of reviews from people that got plants where the person literally kind of just like threw the plant in the box. That's happened before. Like if you get plants from Amazon sometimes, they literally just take the plant, put it like in its pot, and then put some crinkle paper on top and ship it. Because I guess I don't have time to be shipping plants right. So yeah, that's what it looks like. It's pretty cute. And this just protects the foliage from any damage that may happen to it. So I don't do this to everything, but once again, I just do it to whatever can fit a cup around it. And generally, you'll know what can. This one might be too tall. So like, see, if I squish this down, I could fit it. I don't really feel comfortable doing that. Let's see. Like, see, it's working, but the plant is a bit squished in there. And it does fit, but it's kind of squishing. Is it squishing? Yeah, I think that's fine. I just won't do it too tight. I'll do it kind of loosely. Like I won't put as much tape as I did the other one. But yeah, I'll kind of set it like this. Because there's a difference between like the leaves moving and to make room for the cup and it's squishing the leaf. So you can see there's a bit of a gap there. So it's not on as tight. And boom, there's the 2 plants. Okay, so now we need to get a box. So for all my orders, I use these boxes, the 4x4 by 4-inch boxes, just white boxes. I have quite a bit of packing stuff because I used to sell Pokemon cards on Mercari. That was my business venture before this, which is why I'm so knowledgeable about business stuff, even though I just started this business like around a month ago. I know so much about business because, one, I've been researching it, obviously, but I already knew most of the stuff because I've had businesses before. So I know, quite a bit. And I already have packaging materials. Like this packaging stuff that I'm using, I didn't actually buy any of it except for the masking tape. I bought the masking tape specifically for the plants, even though I had it before. For shipping card orders, I just ran out. And I actually got that from the dollar store. I don't know what episode that was, but I did actually make a video of my haul of all the stuff I got. So you can see they fit in here pretty good. We're going to see if they both fit. Ideally, they both fit like this. I could potentially make that work. Let's see. I want to see if I can fit them the other way. Would that have worked though? Yeah, it would have. So, unfortunately, they're a bit too bulky to both include in this box. So we are going to have to get another piece of cardboard and put a lid, which is fine. Okay, so we're going to put the plant care guidebook thing. It's not really a guidebook, it's more of a guide sheet, but it says guidebook, so that's what I call it. Just includes stuff about repotting, watering, where to put them, all that stuff. Okay, so we're just gonna fold that up and place that in the box. Okay, so the next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna put the next plant, and it's gonna be closed up. But here, I'll show you guys how I do that. But to close it up, down here, it's kind of dark. But I actually have some packing peanuts. So these are just packing peanuts recycled from an online order. So we're just going to fill up the empty space with that. It's not really necessary because they won't really hit anything because of, you know, because they have plastic containers around them. But it is just a good precaution. So, yep. And now we're going to get a piece of cardboard. So, let's see. I keep some extra cardboard over here. Just a piece of a box. I just took a box and cut it down because I didn't really have any excess cardboard. This video is getting kind of long. My videos tend to run long sometimes. I talk a lot in my videos, which there's nothing wrong with that. I think I cut this way too small. Yep. Whoops. Okay. New plan. Don't do that. Who knows? Maybe this could be like the perfect size. So yeah, some of you guys might be confused on what I'm doing, but I'll show you in a second. And don't worry, I've shipped plans like this before. It's perfectly fine to resize a box, but to make it easier to open and to prevent people from accidentally stabbing their plants while trying to open the package, especially if they have a plant that doesn't have plastic around it where the foliage is exposed. I'm going to show you guys how to handle that. So, first step is to use masking tape. And the only reason I'm using masking tape for this part is because I'm going to put this whole entire box into a poly mailer. So normally I'd write the name on the box if I'm packaging multiple orders. But I only have one order, so it's not really like I can get it confused for someone else. If I did, that'd be insane considering that there's only one person. So I don't know who I'm gonna get confused for. But yeah, normally I'd have, you know, their name kind of written on the box. Okay, so I'm just gonna wrap it in masking tape around here. Just make sure that the flaps are secure. And I'm using masking tape because it's a lot easier to take off than packing tape, creating a smoother unboxing experience. So it's making it sturdy while not being like hard to open. So like something like this. It doesn't have to be like the sturdiest thing ever. And you'll see a bit of soil will come out. That's mainly from it sitting down. But a little bit will be shaking around. Some may fall out a little bit, but that'll be contained once we put it in a poly mailer. So the only reason I'm using masking tape for that once again is because I'm going to put it in a poly mailer. So I have two different types. I have clear ones and these black ones. I'm going to ship it in a black one though. So it's poly mailer, literally just like a shipping bag. I'm just going to take this and then take the box that we just packed up. Just going to slide it in. And I'm not going to put the shipping label on this right now because I don't want to. Because, you know, it has the buyer's address and everything on it. And you'll see in videos, most people don't either, they don't put it on, or when they do put it on, they, like, put a sticky note over it or something. So it just makes more sense to not even do it. We will weigh it, though. I think it's supposed, based on the calculated shipping, and, like, the weights I put in for the plants, it should weigh about 6 ounces. But most of the time, my packages end up weighing less than expected, which is good, because you don't want it to weigh more than expected, or it's just gonna be more to ship it. Okay, so with these little flaps around the edges, you can kind of tape those. So, but yeah, the poly mailer will help secure any dirt that falls out, and just make sure that everything is nice and secure. Because one of the biggest things about plant shipping is you have to make sure that the shipment is secure. And like a lot of places, you know, some places have stricter plant shipping policies, I guess. But a lot of times that is due to things like soil spilling everywhere and just messy packaging. So As long as, you know, we package it clean, we should be pretty alright. So yeah, we're almost done packing this package. I appreciate everyone that's watching this video that's never watched my videos before, or is just, you know, coming to tune in because I, you know, obviously enjoy what I do. And I appreciate, you know, people coming here to watch and witness me work. Okay, so there's some air in here that I'm just squeezing out. But yeah, that's what the package looks like when it's done. It's nice and small. But you'll see, you can't even tell that I resized the box. Okay, it's still nice and sturdy, but the box isn't 6x6 anymore. It's actually 6. It's not 4x4x4. It's actually 6x4x4. I know because each side is 4, which means that the flaps have to be 2 inches long to make it work. If you don't know, or if you haven't noticed, I really like math because I actually I go in Desmos, which is like a math software, like math calculator thing, and all the time I spend my time just going in there and making equations with like variables and stuff for how much I should price my products for and like profit margins and stuff. I do that a lot. Okay, so this is my scale. It's set in ounces right now. It's zeroed out. So we're gonna see how much it weighs. So it should weigh less than 6 ounces. Yeah, you see, it weighs 4. So this is kind of what I calculate to make sure that I'm shipping it right. So when I put the shipping in, it will be 6x4x4, and then the weight will be 4 ounces. Because if you saw, it weighs 3.84, but you always 3.81, I guess. Yeah, 3.81, but you always round it up. You never round down because that's not how it works. So you always round up to the next ounce. And I weigh in ounces because all my packages are pretty light. But if you're weighing stuff that's heavier, then you can weigh in pounds. But most of my plants, since they're so small, they're pretty light. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. And yeah, stay tuned for the next one. And make sure to check out my Etsy. Even if you're not interested in buying any plants, I would appreciate you guys just looking at it and giving me some feedback of what you think about it. So yeah, it'll be in the comment section, and I hope you guys have a great day. Bye.